At the end of each keynote video session, there is a slide for reflection work. We call it table time. It can be individual work or group work, or both. Your workshop group is reminded of the importance of the work and the opportunity this time provides for a breakaway from their day-to-day, for a mental rest from their demands of the job, and for practicing newfound skills of being present and focused, and for the newfound skill of positive presence. There are also rules of engagement for table time, which you can tweak as necessary. As a second example of the table time, you are asked to participate now in an exercise called Your Behavior Style, Advanced.
Every leader is aware of the behaviors associated with emotional intelligence. But did you know that every one of those behaviors is the byproduct of a person's positively charged emotional energy? In other words, only a person's positive thoughts and feelings can give rise to emotionally intelligent behaviors in the workplace. And furthermore, did you know that in today's workplaces, you are more apt to be working in a negatively charged environment than in a positive environment? The reason is, today's work environments are generally fast-paced, chaotic, and crammed with lightning-fast changes, which brain science has proven can trigger the damaging stress hormones, the anxiety, and the fear, all linked to negative human energy. The question becomes, how much time do organizations spend teaching their people how to create and sustain the positively energized mindset necessary for positive, productive, strength-giving behaviors? And how clear are the expectations and goals around appropriate positive workplace behavior? You can't be a leader without followers. And as a leader, it is your duty to motivate and inspire your followers. It is your duty to flex your own behavior in such a way that you will motivate and inspire. Depending on your scale type, those people in the opposite quadrant will pose your greatest challenge to inspire and motivate. It will require a lot of practice on your part and feedback on their part. On the other hand, quadrants on each side of your scale type might not require as much flexing on your part. It's not unusual for organizations to think that people should know how to behave, when in fact that is not necessarily the case. As evidenced by the work around DISC personality traits and behavior scale types, what is perceived as an appropriate and/or positive behavior by one person is not necessarily an appropriate and/or positive behavior for another person. Your perception of behavior, your own and someone else's, is highly influenced by your individual behavior scale type, as well as your personal values and beliefs. Identifying a code of explicit behaviors is a necessary exercise for every work environment. As a leader, it is your duty to be aware of your own and others' behavior scale and to consciously adapt your own behavior in accordance to the code of behavior, to form a positive connection with your followers.
At your biweekly subject matter expert team meetings, you are asked to choose one question from the leader behavior assessment and then reflect on the behavior by asking yourself on a daily basis, how can I do this better? These behaviors are just a few we should all aspire to in both professional and personal life. Your behavior assessment is a mini employee survey for the people with whom you work the closest, like direct reports and peers, and even your boss. Employee surveys do more than elicit feedback. They give employees the chance to feel heard, as well as identifying what behavior is desirable and therefore influencing future behaviors. Employee surveys may also be an opportunity to address problem behaviors specifically. Research has proven that for an employee survey to be an effective tool for change, it must, first, be kept extremely simple and transparent. Next, Speak to specific observable behaviors. Next, be conducted over a period of time for continuous feedback. Next, focus on continuous improvement over time and not on ranking or scale. And finally, for optimal results, be conducted by an off-site third party. In fact, if your trust factor is not high, it may take several survey and/or assessments before participants are convinced that the results are truly confidential. Furthermore, for an employee survey to work effectively, you must first establish a baseline and then over time watch the trend line. It is the trend line that provides the overall organizational picture and provides leaders with a vision of what to strive for. Action taken from employee survey results must consider that survey results are a point-in-time capture of someone's perception. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, turn to Appendix 4 of your credentialing guide and follow the instructions for Parts 1 and 2. Reflect and/or discuss as directed. And when finished, move on to Content Item 28.